Hello friends, I'm Serenity Dawn and welcome to the story. Today is day 8 of the Spring to It Videoathon. Today's topic is top books I would like to read this year. Now, for the purposes of this video and so that I don't have repeats later on in the month, I am going to exclude any books that have not come out yet this year. So any books that I mentioned in this video have already come out this year or came out in years previous. The first book that I'm going to share with you today is, I feel like, a fairly polarizing book. People seem to either love it or not. And that is Karvall by Stephanie Garber. This book sounded like such an intriguing read. It is, some people compared it to The Night Circus, and I can kind of see where they get that, but based on the synopsis, I disagree. Wow, my hair is going crazy. This book sounded so intriguing. It's about two sisters, and one of them has been put into an arranged marriage. She doesn't really want to do that, and anyway, they go to this carnival game thing, and things happen. Evidently, it's like a 5-day event, and I don't know, it sounded super intriguing, and so I thought, I'm going to read this now that I own it. My husband got it for me for Christmas, and so I need to sit down and read this. I need to read this. It sounds so interesting. Plus, the second one's coming out later this year. So if I really like it, then I won't have to wait very long, or at all, for the second one to come out. Bonus! The next book that I have to show you just came out in February. And this is one of those books I had heard absolutely nothing about, didn't know anything of it, never heard of it, until I was watching Reagan from the Peruse Project, one of her videos, and in it she talked about it, and I thought, well, that sounds super interesting and fun and unique, and I'm all about that synopsis there. And that is The Philosopher's Flight by Tom Miller. Now, this is an adult fantasy, maybe even kind of urban fantasy. It's set in a reimagined world of 1910. It sounds a little steampunkish in some regards, but I'm not positive about that. I could be totally mistaken. Basically, in this world, in 1910, women have, not all women, but some women have magical abilities. But even so, they're still, they don't have all the rights that we have now, at least in the United States and certain parts of the industrialized world. But men don't. And turns out that isn't entirely true, because there is one man who does. And he goes to this university where these women learn how to control and harness the magic abilities that they have. And he goes to university with them and basically gets an education, not just in magic, but on women and the struggles and things of that nature that they deal with. And it just sounded like such an interesting book, kind of revolving around the time of the women's rights movement with a fantastical twist. It sounded like such a fun and intriguing read, and as soon as I could, I got my hands on this. I'm not one of those people who normally gets new releases, but I had to get this one. The next book I have to show you is a book I have had on my shelves for far too long without reading. I don't know why. I mean, part of me does. It's a paperback. I'm not a huge fan of paperbacks. But it's one of those books that just has such a great, fun, unique premise. And so I'm not sure why, other than that I really haven't picked it up. It is a middle grade book, and it is about, the main character's name is Lily Sparrow. And I'm afraid that I would not do it justice, so I'm just going to read this little synopsis on the back for you to kind of give you a better idea than I feel like I could do of this book. Fairy tales are naturally non-mathematical. That is a fact. And 15-year-old Lily Sparrow loves factual mathematical logic. So when her mother confesses that Lily's deceased father is A, not dead, B, coming to dinner, and C, the ruler of a fairy tale kingdom accessible through the upstairs bathtub, Lily clings to her math to help her make sense of this new double life. 1, life in the real world, plus 1, secret life in fairy tale world, equals a double life. Even though it's not mathematical, Lily finds herself being pulled into a mystery involving an unhappy Cinderella, a greasy sycophant called Levi, and a slew of vanishing fairy tale characters. Racing against the clock with a sound mathematical plan, can Lily save her fairy tale friends before they vanish forever? And it sounds like such a fun read. It is a middle grade novel, and since owning this book, it has gone through a cover change, and this is what the new cover looks like. So, anyway, that's how long I've owned this book. Long enough for it to go through a cover change. But I need to read it. I want to read it, and so I'm making 2018 the year I read this book and find out for myself about these characters in this story. So, this is what I want to read. I didn't tell you who it's by. The Cinderella Theorem is by Christy Raven. Another book that I want to read this year that I'm really surprised I didn't read in 2017 is Wind Witch by Susan Dennard. And I don't know why I haven't read this book. I really don't. I guess I keep getting sidetracked by other things. I don't know. But I loved the first one and the world and the characters. I don't know why I haven't read the second one yet. I need to. I need to find out what happened after the first one ended. I need to find out. This next one, you're going to get a 2-for-1 special because I'm hoping that when I read the next one, I will follow suit with the end of the series and read the third one. And that is Gemina and Obsidio. And yes, I know, I told you I don't normally get new releases, and this just came out this past month in March, but I had a 50% off coupon. And I just could not resist. I had to get it for 50% off. I mean, it is just, these books are such a work of art. They're a work of art. They really are, y'all, seriously. Okay, enough of that. Sorry. Anyway, so I'm hoping to make it through these. I don't know. Part of me really wants to read these this year, and part of me really wants to read them while listening to the audiobooks, and I still haven't been able to get a hold of the audiobooks. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I would like to read these this year, though. Really would. I loved Illuminate. I thought it was brilliant. And I did get to listen to the audiobook of that from the library, and it was just, it was candy for the ears. Oh, my word. It was so good. So good. So good. So there you have it. Those are some of the top books that I have that I would like to read in 2018. So much fun. I love having all these books and stories to just eat up. It's so wonderful. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below so that I know you were here and to talk with you about what books you want to read in 2018. And for funsies, tell me a book that was not released this year. One that was released last year or prior to that. My lovely co-host channels are linked in the description box, so make sure that you check that out along with all the daily prompts for the Spring to It Videoathon and the Spring to It tag. All of that information is down below. If you have any questions, make sure to ask. I'll be glad to answer them. And I really would love for you to join us. This has been a lot of fun, and we're just having a blast. Thanks for watching, friends. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow because I'll have another video every day in April. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, friends.